Hello, and welcome back to our podcast, our weekly podcast of Dad's Life and Gaming. We got a little short crowd with you today, myself and Mike. Go ahead and say hi, Mike.
All right, you can go away now.
Well, we're here today to talk about gaming. So there's a lot of gaming news going on today. So that's going to be a lovely, lovely little thing to talk about. But I know, and everybody else knows here, we have our first thing that we need to do, which is our hyper jump. And you can take away in one moment there, Mike.
Traveling through hyperspace ain't like dusting crops, boy.
All right.
All right. So our little nerd theme this week, we got a couple subjects we need to hit on. Robotech has received 2 tabletop role-playing games this year. Forward to those. Birds of Prey from DC Comics. The trailer has dropped. Please check it out. Margot Robbie looks amazing in it. April Annihilation, presented by Big E Gaming, is now part of the Capcom Pro Tour. So if you're going to sign up for that, do it now. Big E recently said he had 10 more rooms available. Media Blaster is yet again teasing Amiibo. Again. Also a reminder, if you have not received your Pokemon Mystery Gift of Berries, to do so soon. That will be wrapping up within the next week or two. And for those who haven't seen it, the ending for Episode 3 of Love is War with Chika Fujiwara is a must watch. And that is it.
Nice. Oh man, this is going to be a kind of a good week here for gaming news. First of all, I was able to get my hands on the Anthem private VIP stress test demo beta. What would you call that?
Stress test for the servers. That's literally all it was.
It was a stressful test indeed. I think altogether I closed out my application on the PlayStation 4 like 10 times. And thanks for Martin for giving me the code. And also, I want to take a little moment, as you very much well know, it's only me and Mikey today. Our usual Jay is out today. He had a last minute family emergency that he had to go to the hospital. So if you guys could just keep him and his family in thoughts while they go through this little thing real quick, and we're definitely missing him. But yeah, I played some. It was fun only because I had the difficulty racked up. But we'll talk about that more later on. I know you don't really want to talk about the Shaggy confirmed on Mortal Kombat 11.
He is not confirmed. And
He is confirmed. I saw it.
Everyone stop. He was teasing it. People, I'm telling you right now, 1, they cannot get the rights. 2, it's not possible because there's not going to be a 10-foot tall challenge in front of Scorpion and him not having taken bite. Stop it.
I think I saw something earlier that it was like confirmed, like officially. But then again, it is the internet.
What you probably saw was Ed Boon messing with people on Twitter. And where do we go on there right now? It should be one of the top posts. Screenshot, quote unquote, of Shaggy fighting Scorpion.
I think that was
it. If you were to actually look at his Twitter, it is not a confirmed deal. However, Kano has been confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11.
Good. Yeah, I think I saw that too.
Right?
Kano.
I mean, Kano's been in there since, I think, 3.
But he's been off and on, right?
He's been one of the solid. Like, the only thing I don't think he was in, Deadly Alliance and Shaolin Monks.
Yeah,
Because
the one
those
that,
were such
the only one I played was Shaolin Monks.
And you're missing out, buddy.
Dude, like I think I played like the first one back in like the Super Nintendo, and it was just like I think it was just salty because you can't combo that well. But I've seen some tournament play of it, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Um, but probably not my cup of tea. I mean, I'm still like Soul Calibur 6 is my go-to, and I barely play that too. So, and like I said, I've moved up, I think, to D2 now, and it's just like, oh, I can get up next level, but yeah, which, man, it's just one of those grinds. I've seen people playing as well; they're all rank A, so I'm like, yeah, you guys have no life.
Pretty much.
All right, so
If we're going on what we've been playing lately, I've been playing a bunch of Tekken and Overwatch.
yeah, how's that
So I've been having some fun this week.
the holiday thing going on?
It's pretty good. I mean, I love when they do their holiday events because they always like deck out different levels and stuff like that. And as much hate as Overwatch gets, the developers or the creators of developers do try to make it a fun and interesting game, which is why they have stuff like the PCR or the computer players to play test, different nerfs and buffs and all that. And it's a fun game. It's one of those games you can easily sit down and play 2 or 3 matches and be like, okay, I'm good. Or if you really want to have a good grind session, you can go in there, get your season rank, and go into all that stuff.
Well, just want to throw this out there real quick. You're talking about being good and stuff. I was actually, I think on our first podcast, our first official one, I actually called out something. Was a possible teaser, and I was actually right, 50%. That yes, some skins on Spider-Man did drop. I did guess 2 out of the 3. The third one didn't come in, and also there's no expanded DLC play in. But as of, I think it was earlier this week that they dropped the Fantastic Four Spider-Man Bag Man, and the Future Foundation skin.
Yeah, the one where the entire team of Fantastic Four and Spider-Man grouped up and
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, and it's all white. It's pretty good. I logged in real quick to take a look at it, and it's really well done. Nothing extraordinary out of like suit powers or anything like that, but it does look good. So if you do have Spider-Man, log into that and maybe do another game plus on that. Don't want to take too much time into it, so it's nothing like exciting. I still have to do a video about my criticizing other people about the spider suit tiers, because a lot of people are saying that one is better than the other, and there's clearly a little bug they miss on it. Run through some topics I just want to spit out real quick. As everybody knows that the Destiny weapon system got 2 weapons coming back from the days. Last Word and Thorn came back. So if y'all know me from my old days of Destiny, those were kind of the go-to weapons at the end, especially for PvP. They're back in the game. I don't play it, so thank God. I think that's it for the quick ones I'm going to go through real quick. Was it the Metro Prime 4 got canceled and is getting restarted? So if you Nintendo players out there.
The Nintendo publishers actually came out and in a little to the consumers were like, yeah, we didn't like how this was going, how it looked or anything. We're scrapping the project and giving it to Retro. So that's how they did that.
Well, here's the thing though. Retro did the first 2 or 3 of them, right? The Metro Prime for GameCube and Wii, right?
I don't know. I never played them.
But here's the thing is...
Metroids I played have been on Game Boy.
Yeah, same here. But the thing is that the Retro that you knew back then that you liked that made those games, there's 3 people that are missing from that company, which they made their own company. now. So, and they're like the big figureheads of that time. So it's good for them to say, "Hey, this isn't a quality good game that you know finish," and you guys get mad at us, and then our one of our head franchises dies. Um, but there's a lot of PR stuff going on right now. It's like Nintendo can get away with stuff like this, but you have people like Blizzard that can't with their Immortals game. So there's a lot of quote unquote console war PR stuff going on with it. But all in all, everybody should be kind of happy that unfinished, not good game is not coming out. Just get your money and then be patched later on. So I feel like that's a good win.
And good on you, Nintendo, from literally saying, "Hey, we can't do this as a first party. We're going to hand it off to a third party, and they're going to do it for us."
Exactly. And that's what I think too is that they weren't like I said, this Metro is like one of their I'll say tier 2 franchises for publicity. So you don't want to bury that to the ground.
Yeah, Metroid's always been big for them. Um, so, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Headed over to the retro right now, and we'll see where it goes. It may be a year or 2 years from now that we get it, but we know we're going to get a complete product.
Yeah. I guess I'll like save my stuff at the end because it kind of like goes together with the Titanfall quote unquote thing and the graph debacle. I'll save those because they kind of go with the same person, and you don't want me to trash them at first.
Yeah, you keep me out of that shit. But
Uh,
no, I mean, there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on this week. For those who don't know, the Wii Shop is officially shut down now. Um, you will no longer be able to purchase titles or anything like that from the Wii Shop. I do not know if they are closing down Netflix with it or not, because a lot of people who have Wii use it as their Netflix machine. So keep an eye on that. Uh, EA recently has been under fire for loot boxes and stuff over in European countries, and well, they conceded in Belgium. They will edit their FIFA so that it's not pay to win, more or less, over there with your FIFA points or whatever it is. And there will no longer be transactions to get a randomized loot box, which the Belgian government considered gambling.
yeah, they were trying.
Or,
They finally got that done. Now I'm not familiar with that at all with FIFA, but there is a YouTuber I'll kind of like spent like a whole day binge watching his stuff. Is that kind of the same thing on like Madden where you can buy packs and get players and stuff like that?
kinda.
Okay.
With the FIFA points, you go into some kind of mode where it's like world star players, and it's like all those big name FIFA or soccer players. I'm sorry, American soccer, football for the rest of the world,
Hmm.
and that's. But yeah, so you'd pretty much get a randomized chance at getting a top player, and there'd be people spending. I think the one story I read, it was $15,000 before he even realized he spent that much.
Jeez, how do you spend that much and not realize it in your bank account?
That's how they get you. Some people are whales, some people are goldfish when it comes to microtransactions.
Those whales, you mean?
Yeah, whales.
Hmm. I mean, the only thing that's happened with me is when my kid took my phone and started buying stuff on the Google Play Store, and then luckily they passed something a while ago that they refunded a lot of that stuff back.
I think the most I've spent on anything mobile wise is like I put $15 into Pokemon Go.
Luckily, I
And
didn't put
that's
any money into that game. But there's been times where like I've gotten a free to play game, and I was like, okay, I'll dump like $15 to get the starter back. But yeah, you're helping a company on their free to play game $15, not $60 for a crappy game that you'll probably drop.
Oh yeah, and many games have ways to circumvent you actually paying money, whereas in EA they actively encourage it.
Uh,
So them actually stepping down from the courts in Belgium, being like, okay, we'll just do this for you guys and let it be, is a big win for people who do not like to pay the for the premium stuff in games with the currency.
yeah. Well, it's still going to happen until it goes worldwide, which we all know it's not going to happen anytime soon.
That's right. Other news: Nintendo executive Damon Baker has actually been hired by the Microsoft Xbox team. For those who don't know, he was a big part of the Switch and all that, and many people right now are theorizing it's for Xbox's new console coming up, the Scarlet, which is just the code name right now. So that story is still going to develop as time goes on. So I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement on Microsoft going full on digital streaming, so I'm wanting to look forward to that. So that'll be good.
Oh yeah, I mean they're releasing specs, possible specs for the Scarlet. They've released possible specs for the PS5. I mean it's ramping up to look good. The next console generation looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'm hearing a lot of mixes between um, people saying they're going to go full digital. Some people are saying they're going to be like, okay, they're going to be focused on the digital but still have disk drive. So that's yet to be seen. As I said, a lot of stuff is speculation right now. So it's developing. Let it develop a little more, and then we can make more predictions, and predictions can either be right or wrong. That's the glory of gaming. You never know what you're going to get till you actually get it.
Speaking of which, you know more about this than I do, but GameStop wasn't expecting what they got, which was nothing.
Yeah,
Which,
they got offered 450 in store credit and turned it down.
yeah, I used to work for them
Wow.
for back. I think it was like either right after Blockbuster shut down, so 2010. Yeah, and I actually opened a store in my hometown.
Yeah, well, the two companies looking into GameStop, they put their bar pretty low for purchasing them, whereas GameStop thinks a little highly of itself being a brick and mortar and online presence. So really, GameStop was way up in where they think they should, and everyone else was pitching them like, yeah, you're actually down here because your stock value is so low and everything. GameStop just isn't what it used to be, and with many of the people going in being like, okay, yeah, we want to get this game, but being given a used copy and a new case, and then them literally sealing it in front of them, that kind of stuff don't fly with a lot of people. So practices need to change over at GameStop for them to actually survive. If they keep going the way they're going right now, I don't see them lasting 2 fiscal years.
Well, most of their revenue is from buying cheap, selling high. So, yeah, I could see that. I mean, well, I haven't gone to a GameStop to buy a used game in a very long time. I went in GameStop frequently to get the Rocket League mystery ball thing that my son likes because that was the only place at the time that had it. Um, Other than that, I'll walk in there and just look around, maybe at their pops, because at one point they had Tekken, they had League of Legend ones, um, but that's about it. I don't go in there to go buy a game that's new or used. I went in there Black Friday to get my PS4 Pro because they had a really outstanding deal on it, and the $50 gift card I got with it, I used it on Control Freak nubs. So that's probably the only time I'll go into there is to get Control Freak accessories.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their stuff, ever since they bought ThinkGeek, they've been moving more towards, okay, we need to put some of this product in the store, and half the store now is collectibles. Uh, GameStop, if anyone of you is listening, the way to do this, get a retro section, reduce your collectibles, quit with the commissions to your staff
Yeah.
on selling and shilling pre-orders. Yes, you are going to have people to come in and pre-order games. It is not a focal point for a lot of people. They want to get their shit and get out.
And then was it the warranties? A lot of stuff when I was working there was, hey, you have to sell X amount of used games. It's like, how do you do that when somebody comes in and wants something brand new? And then you arguing with them, which makes it less satisfactory for them. And so they're like, hey, screw this. Now you got like
Yeah,
Amazon online ordering now.
yeah, you got Amazon. Yeah, you can go 50 different places and order a game. One of the shady practices that I've heard from GameStop is an employee will actually buy a game, sell it back, literally within seconds, just so that they have a used game on the shelf that they stock themselves to get that, quota. And which is where the used new games that they literally just put in a little package, put the case on the shelf, and be like, "Oh yeah, that's brand new."
Yeah, I've heard about that too, where they have the last one and they'll put the disc back in the box and then put a tape over it. It's like, hey, this is brand new. It's like, not really. It's been opened.
Yeah,
But don't do that when you go into GameStop. Bring in an unused sealed game and try to sell it because they won't take it. And if you try to open it in the store, they won't take it either.
that's right.
Oh man, those days. Oh, so,
I mean, this week's been full of shady practices from many different companies. I mean, IGN, if anyone paid attention this week, with the Resident Evil 2 release, one of their quote unquote journalists, because you ain't a freaking journalist, dude, played half the game, literally just half the game, and was like, oh, this is all it is, and thought he finished the game with just completing two of the paths. He was like, yeah, the routes were the same, the enemies were the same. I don't know what's going on here. And mind you, he did play it on the easiest difficulty, saying he was on a harder difficulty. So when you're reading reviews and stuff like that, apparently now stuff that used to be reputable, like IGN or GameSpot or stuff like that, take it with a grain of salt, people, because
honestly, just go and watch somebody stream it if you can before you buy it. That's what I'll practice all the time to say. And that's probably something I have to do right now because I'm on the fence of whether or not buying Red Dead Redemption 2. But yeah, if you
yeah, you can go watch people play Red Dead Redemption 2. You can. There are so many different outlets to get info about a game you want to get now that you don't even need to rely on written reviews. That's the big thing I'm pointing out here.
yeah,
If you want to go watch a playthrough, hit up YouTube. I mean, you got channels literally called Let's Play and Completionist that will tell you everything you need to know about the game.
well, be careful with YouTube because they'll show highlights.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't give spoilers and all that, no problem. But I mean, if you want to go get a little bit filled in, go to what source you trust. Click YouTube, Vimeo even. There are people playing games over there.
Yeah. Speaking of games, you brought up this the other day, and I was extremely excited for the free games of February. Holy moly! PlayStation is got two AAA titles coming to PSN for the month of February, which is Hitman and For Honor. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know about Xbox.
Oh, hold on, and I'm bringing up the list. Xbox. One of the games for Xbox One is Super Bomberman R, whatever that is. So just give me one sec here. I actually have the entire list. All right. So for PlayStation, we have For Honor, Hitman: The Complete First Season, uh, and those two are on the PS4. PS3 and Vita, mind you, this is the last month they are doing free games on those because they are discontinuing it to put more effort into the PS4 free games.
Which shows.
So PS, yeah, PS3, you have Dice Kick, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot,
Ooh.
and then for Vita you have Gunhouse and Rogue Aces, which is a blue flopper type game. If you haven't played that, it's a flash game. You can find it anywhere on the internet. It's fun. It is really fun. Let's see. Trying to find the Xbox. There we are. Work internet. All right. Three games with gold for February 2019. God, this stuff loads so slow. Oh, no wonder it's boards. All right. So, Xbox One users will get Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which is a Castlevania-like game. In fact, I believe many of the elements are heavily inspired by Castlevania. Super Bomberman R, which is coming out February 16th for the Xbox Live 3. Xbox 360, which is backwards compatible. You have Assassin's Creed Rogue, and then how about this? Big one, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, which is also going to be on February 16th.
Yeah, that's the other one I saw that was kind of a jelly about.
Yeah. Uh, the old Jedi Knight games are amazing.
Yeah, I think I played. I can't remember the one, but it was like the RPG where you get the. I accidentally killed the evil Jedi that could be on your team. Knights of the Old Republic 2, maybe? I don't know. But that was a fun game.
It's been forever since I played those.
Yeah, it's
But
been.
yeah, so good games coming out for those. So I highly recommend For Honor. It's a hell of a fun over-the-shoulder fighting game where you can be a knight, a samurai, or a Roman.
And they just did a lot of
And this
updating.
season, oh yeah, the For Honor has been working on that game since release, and it is literally, in my mind, the definition of good developer because they keep putting in stuff, they keep updating, they keep fixing stuff. I mean, just take a look at some of the stuff. Free game, what do you have to lose? Try it out.
Yeah. I mean, there's single player in that too, or co-op.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to do PvP all the time, so that's pretty good. Um, let's see. Epic steals another game.
Oh yeah. Metro. I think it was 2279, 2275, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much jumped ship from Valve to the Epic Game Store now. They are still going to honor the pre-orders that happened on Steam, so don't worry for those of you who got it.
Yeah.
But it's $50 over on the Epic Game
Wow.
Store. So that's it. Yeah, $50. That's it.
They probably got one heck of a deal.
Well, and you look at the pay rates for Valve versus other companies, and Epic Game Store right now is up there. So I think that was part of it. I mean, the people who made the Metro game have come out on Twitter just be like, yeah, this is a publisher decision, not ours. Sorry, but we can't help you. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that one. Valve roasted them in a statement saying, yeah, we're upset they left with very little to no warning, but we can't help it. It's their decision.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, this is good for us, for consumers, because there's, you know, good um, business competition. And we're not just stuck with Steam. Now there's more platforms. So I
Yeah, I
encourage
mean,
it.
you got the U store from Ubisoft. You got a whole bunch of different stores. Valve has always been the major competitor in the computer market, but with Epic Gaming doing this, it is bringing out competition, but you are also bringing out purists would be one of the phrases I would use as being like, well, if it's not on Valve, it's not worth playing because they ain't vetted that way. And yes, people do not have the ability to write reviews on the Epic Store or any of that stuff. So right now, the Epic Store is kind of still working out the kinks.
Well,
But once you
honestly,
get
that could probably work some good stuff though, because um, was it one game that came out? It was a like a real time strategy, like medieval game. They put a female character in there, and
that's like 70 of them.
well, it was like a Roman one or something like that. But they put female in there, and like everybody just reviewed it negatively, and so its community ratings like just dropped dramatically. So if like Epic doesn't do that, you can't have a game that some people are gonna hate just drop bad reviews because they just don't want it in the store. And these internet trolls kind of thing.
Oh yeah, but also you look at certain publishers, stuff like that. They're especially with early access titles and stuff like that. You know, games that really should just put out a demo and be like, "Hey, this is part of our game. What do you think?"
Mm-hmm.
The only way for, and they do this because it has been proven in the past, especially on Steam, uh, to let publishers and developers know how a game is felt by the community is to like leave a review, talk with some people on there, and be like, okay, like that. Right now, if you go on Steam, the Metro games on there are being review bombed because it's literally the only way that the publisher of Metro will listen to people. There is no other way of contacting them, and I do believe they might have disabled their Twitter temporarily. Check again, but
But yeah, like even like right now, the only drawback to this is like you have to have like multiple launchers. I've got like what, one, two, three, four, five different launchers for a certain amount of different games, and that takes up space. But then again, you're is more competitive because you got lower prices, and you just like what if Steam just says, "Hey, we're going to remove this game from the shop because it's not selling anything anymore." You kind of got screwed out of that because they still had the rights to pull that game even though you paid for it.
I hear you. I mean, the name of the day is capitalism. You're gonna fight for who gives you the better offer. Whereas in, you know, a lot of places, I mean, I don't really computer games, so I can't speak too much on it. But I play Magic Arena, and then I play like The Siege and Banish on Steam, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I know what games I like. Stuff like this is like, oh yeah, okay, welcome to capitalism.
But even the developers are getting more back with Epic than they would with Steam.
And that's one of the reasons uh, people are saying they moved over to Steam is because they're like, Metro games have usually been a niche genre. I mean, it's survival, Russian, apocalyptic. So it's not really to the forefront as a Call of Duty or a Battlefield would be. So you got to look at it that way and be like, okay, yeah, they can make a little more money over there, and they're selling it for a lower price, which would increase the install user base. So we'll see what happens with this. It's not, in my mind, it's not too big of an issue. It's just comp, and people are getting salty.
Yeah. I mean, of course, because people are losing money. Either they paid too much for the pre-order, or Steam's losing money. So yeah, it's always going to be an issue. You're playing with people's pockets.
And there's another game coming out that's being teased by the actual author of the game, and that's American McGee is work. I mean, he's pushing the hell out of teasers for a new Alice title. And for those of you who don't know, American McGee's Alice is the dark side of Alice in Wonderland. If you need any more context, type it in YouTube and enjoy. I mean, it's beautiful, yet it's gory and gross.
It's like the
and looks
Brothers
crazy.
Grimm of Alice, right?
Exactly. That is the perfect description. So keep an eye out for that. Right now, if you go over to American McGee Twitter, they're pimping the hell out of it, and it just sounds amazing.
And then your favorite little thing is Dragon Ball Fighter.
Holy wow. So the Worlds happened this past week. I don't know if it was the actual Worlds or the World Qualifier Cup. I do believe it was the Worlds. Kasunoko took it from everybody. He won, I believe, 4 out of the 5 events and just walked home a champion.
Yeah, I think I was watching the one that Sonic Fox got reverse sweeped.
Oh, and it was bad.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I can't watch
yeah,
more of it because it was
yeah,
just cringy.
yeah, yeah. So if you get a chance, that's going to be up on the Toei YouTube or whatever they're going to put it all on. I do.
It was on YouTube when I was watching it.
Okay, yeah. Even the VOD is up on Twitch, so you can go check that out. It's on multiple pages. But yeah, it was a wonderful thing to watch. And they announced Videl and Jiren. And for those who don't know, Jiren was in Dragon Ball Super, whereas in Videl was more prominently featured, I want to say, beginning of the Cell Saga into the Buu Saga. Oh, and Videl does not have a counter, so people trying to do that, I'm sorry.
OP people. Go figure. And the last thing you want to talk about is the Directless 2019 Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo so far, well, they have announced plenty of games on their YouTube and their other platforms. So far, we have not had a direct from them. And one of the reasons that I've recently thought of for it is they are waiting for February 26th, otherwise known as Pokemon Day. For all you who don't know, I'm a giant Pokemon fan. Have been since, I want to say 96 when it first started.
Good old days.
Fell off in my teenage years. It's the good old days. Oh. I mean, Christmas, I got $80 worth of GameStop cards. It literally all went into my Nintendo 3DS shop. So I could pick up games on, yeah.
And that's why you're so mad at
So,
Frank right now.
yes. Oh, Frank. Dude, just send me, like, a box of it. Come on, man.
Yeah, he was posting. He owns a TCG shop, and the new, I guess, a new expansion of Pokemon TCG came out, and what he does is he opens all the cards he gets in shop, and then he puts them out for sale individually. And he was showing the group
Yeah.
what they were pulling, and it made Mike and Jay over here like sweaty palms.
He had so many full arts and rainbow rares. I mean, I just Zekrom Pikachu frame. Come on, just
He said he'd give you a good price.
I don't got money. But yeah, so Pokemon Day for the past, I think, 3 years because of the events they had going on is on February 26th. And I do believe with Generation 8, which was announced last year, being released for the Switch in 2019, it has to be coming up soon because so far we have not had a single direct from them about anything. So, Nintendo, get your game on.
Whew. I guess it's time to strap in with me and take this little train segment right here, right? Because we're going to run a rail on this game.
All right.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get the small one out first, which is something I noticed a trend going on, which is this whole pre-order chart thing. And a YouTuber, what's the guy's name again? Quarterling? Yeah. Mike doesn't want to say it because he doesn't want to be thrown into this little loop. um,
First up, Jeremy. This is all him, not me. Jeremy Hambley, otherwise known as the Quartering and Unsleeved Nita. Me and myself.
No. It's not bad. I recently fell into his YouTube, and I've been enjoying it because he's been covering some stuff about Anthem. And then today he posted something about, the story is that Anthem did this little chart, which I'll put on the screen for you guys, of their pre-order, which is, if you have or pre-order this segment, you'll get this. And so he went on a little tangent about that, which I completely understand and right there with him about it. Is like, look, they're wanting you to pay X amount of money to get the game like 2 or 3 or even a month ahead of schedule, which is, come on, that's just wailing for sharks again. But the next thing I think he posted today was about the Division 2 having their chart come out. And he's like, oh my goodness, Ubisoft is following the trend of this. Now, yes, they're following a trend, but from my personal experience with Ubisoft is that they've actually been pretty good with their community. I mean, Rainbow Six Siege launched, which is one of my favorite shooter games of all time. They launched, and at first it wasn't that great, but it's still in circuit right now. It's still an amazing game. And then, like we were talking about before, For Honor, that's been worked on so much and improved so much. Now, the only thing with this is that, yes, you can get the standard edition, gold edition, and ultimate edition. And, of course, like they've done in the past, there's a 3-day early access, which, you get a gold edition, you got that. Now, the little rant that he went on with is that if you look at the gold edition, you get the base game, 3-day game access, 1-year pass, and steelbook. But I'm going to pull you into this, okay, Mike? And it's not because you're going to help me, say bad about something. I want you to see what I see and see if it makes sense. So, do you have the image in front of you? Do I need to drop it into the Discord?
I'm here.
Or do I need to drop the image into Discord of the... There you go.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, so there it is in the Discord for you guys in the stream watching it, or even on the VOD. You'll see it on screen already. You see the Division 2 pre-order checklist, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you see the gold edition, which is the third one, right? It says you get the first four things, right?
Yep.
All right. The last one, the ultimate edition, you get everything but the steelbook. I want you to just take a second and see why.
Ah,
Do you see it?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's digital.
yeah, and that I think that's something a little detail that the Courtling missed. He's a great guy, so I'm not crap talking him at all. He was going on for about 2 minutes about why you had to buy the gold edition and the ultimate edition and get the steelbook. Um, and that's the big thing. You'll see it right there. Is the ultimate edition is digital only, so there is no way to get a physical steelbook digitally. Um, and for my days at Division, the first Division, me and two of my friends were playing the game all sorts of hours. We dropped Destiny to play this. I even got the unofficial official side book that was about the Division, which was a journal of somebody in the game that left clues that you can get just a little like more lore about the thing. Which, if you don't know the lore about the Division, which is really kind of creepy good, is that somebody releases smallpox during a Black Friday on money, and they release it at a mall, and it's an outbreak, which is quite ingenious, but it's a good story. So I was into Division 1, and I'm kind of looking forward to Division 2, and I'm kind of on the fence about Anthem. But this whole like pre-order thing, Ubisoft has done a really good job about the 3-day only early access. Even if you spend like the $300, you get the collector's edition. You only get 3 days ahead of time. You'll get all this extra stuff like weapons, weapon skins, which you got that in the first one, but it doesn't scale with levels. It's got like a level cutoff. But that's why I just want to bring up real quick is that yes, the Ultimate Edition you do not get the Steelbook because it is a digital only edition, and you can't get a physical Steelbook in a digital only thing. So I just want to bring that up real quick. Like I said, the Quarterling is not a bad person, not a bad content. It's just a little thing he missed. Um, Now going on to the next thing, back to what we like the curb stomp all day long is Anthem. Like I said before, I got to play the stress test, beta, open, private, whatever you want to call it, a demo. It was a good game. I enjoyed playing it. It had its moments where it felt like Destiny, but I was more control of my character and how I want to maneuver around. And it was kind of like you're Iron Man with abilities with a gun. So I played that. I had to like stop the app like 10 times to get back into the world. I think the demo is back out again right now for this weekend. And when is it?
The open beta demo.
Stress test. Which I have not heard anything about not being able to get in right now. So that's a good thing. The game comes out when?
Yeah, it seems
The 22nd?
22nd. Yep.
Okay.
That's when the full release is. If you are on EA Insider, you do get access. I believe it is 5 to 7 days early.
I think it's right here, yeah.
I just know you get it a little early.
Yeah, I've got it on the screen for you guys. I mean, I want this game to be good, but another thing that's came up is that a skin pack for this game is like $20, which is average price for most skins in games. I mean, we were talking about it in...
No, it isn't.
Well, if you looked at...
price for most DLC, but it's not for skin.
The skin that we're talking about with the Titan, whatever it's called, there's like a color like chroma with like some kind of experience in the in-game was like $20. We found out like in League of Legends like it's anywhere from $10 to $15 for a skin.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No, I know in Titanfall 2 at least, you can buy the packs for the Titans, which literally just unlocks all their stuff, so you don't have to pay for it.
okay. So it's kind of like the World of Warcraft power level to level 70 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that's what, $70, $80 right there to like instantly jump your character to level
Sure.
70. Cool. Which I've never played that game more than 15 minutes. But pretty
I have
much,
never played WoW. So.
if you're EA Origins Access Premier on PC only, you can get the game as early as February 15th.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, but EA Access, Xbox One, and PC, you can get it on the 15th, but it's only a 10-hour trial, and then after that, it's the 22nd. So, I'm not, let me look it up real quick. But the EA Origin Premiere, it's like, what, probably $30?
I have no clue. Uh, let's see.
$100.
Probably gonna be still. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I just like, I'm not, that's not confirmed. I just saw something that was like, is it worth $100? I'm like, what? Because I know EA Origin, like, they were just giving out games once a month for free.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
part of their insider program.
Yeah, and I got Dead Space with that, and Dragon Age Origins with that. So, so Origin Access Basic is 99 cents for the first month, and then $4.99 a month, or $30 for the year. Um,
Yeah.
and let's see, you get early access is 10 hours. A evolving game collection of games, you get 176, and then you get 10% off of anything off the store. Premiere is $14.99 a month or $100 a year. You get extra content, including new EA games, minimum of $20 value for each game. You get early access full game, and you get up to 183 evolving collection of games with the 10% off. So, I mean, okay. But it's EA, so what? You'll get Battlefield and the sports games, Sims.
More than likely. I mean, EA's offering is mostly just the AAA titles they come out with every year. So
Yeah. So I don't really see much of value right now. That's you get Sims Forward for free.
eh,
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yay, oh, okay. But yeah, I haven't seen anything on. Oh yeah, the old wow, they still have that in the store. The Battlefront 2. That's what I used to like play the crap out of.
Battlefront 2, are you talking the Star Wars one?
Yeah, that was actually the good one, wasn't it? I played a lot
I
of the
don't know.
one on the PSP as well too. But yeah, it's just I want Anthem to be a good game, but I'm very worried that it's going to be a grindy Destiny loot, get guns kind of thing. Because in the demo, I've got this really nice setup with I guess it's the soldier one. Is that you got like a heavy pistol, and then I got an explosive sniper rifle that can like almost one shot somebody's shield off. So that's pretty nice. But it's just like one of those things like, yeah, I can see the potential of a lot, a lot of grinding. And it kind of turns me away from it, but it also makes me want to look into it. I'm probably going to, like, after this podcast, jump on a demo and play some more because they got all the different uh, suits unlocked. And apparently, like, the one that you can control weather with is the best one for damage. But other than that, it was an okay game. I mean, I wouldn't log into it every day kind of game. until like I see how it goes. Um, but the other
And
thing,
I've been hearing it. I've been hearing it compared to Destiny and Destiny 2 so much. It's like, yeah, I did my time with those games. I'm not really looking to get into anymore.
yeah, I mean, like I was telling everybody else and what I've from heard, what I've played is it's Destiny with less gunplay with more ability play, which Destiny's more gunplay with abilities. Because there's a point in time while I was playing the demo, I was able to throw a incendiary grenade, and then I was able to throw a homing missile, and then alternate that without shooting a bullet.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay. And then like, yeah, you'll run out of bullets because everything's a bullet sponge, even on the easy difficulty, which I was playing hard and still like being able to find stuff. And there was also the bugs, which was enemy despawns or respawns randomly. But hey, it's not an official release game, so you can't really be mad about that. But otherwise, it was pretty fun, fluid game. You can really traverse from land, sea, and air really fluidly. So I'll give them props on that. It's a fun game. So if you guys are listening to this, you go check it out. It's on all platforms right now for the demo. It's something that you like, go get it. I'll probably wait till it gets on sale and see what the first week looks like. Um, the only other news or discussion or possible rumors coming around, same person that we are just talking about before, the Cordling. You can look it up on YouTube, and it's pretty much trending on the internet right now. Is that Titanfall is planning on Monday to release a free-to-play battle royale called Apex Legends. So, I mean, I'm not sure what system it's going to be free on, but hey, if you like Titanfall, it's set in that universe, and it's a 3-on-3 battle royale system. And Mike, you might
That
have.
could be really good. Yeah. Titanfall 2, if you guys don't know, I play heavily. I'm already in Prestige 2. I'm probably going to get to Prestige 5 before Titanfall 3 drops. But pretty much base game, you get your weapons, you go kill other players, and you get some of the Titans. Going a little deeper into that, you have 3 different classes of weapons. You have your primary, your side weapon, and your anti-Titan weapon, which I can see them removing for a 3v3 and keeping Titans out. That seems like the most logical thing to do.
Oh,
If they really wanted to make it a beast game, they would keep Titans in, and until like Titans are unlocked, won't drop the Titan class weapons till probably after 1 or 2 players has a Titan. You know, that airdrop type deal.
well, like I was telling you in the chat, is that they're aiming for like a class base Rainbow Six Siege style with a Black Ops Royale feel. So it's like a class base, like you would think in
Okay, okay.
Battlefield.
So yeah, the way they would do that is there's different uh, player options that you can do. There's a more or less a crap. What are they called? They're the little things you whip up onto something and you climb up them. Those little hook things. Shit.
The hook shots.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and those whip you around the map. Then you have invisibility. You have a phase. You have um, clone, where you just send out hologram projections of yourself. And then there's one more, and I'm forgetting what it is. But there's one more beside that. So in all, there's 6 class types you can use. And really, if they're going that way, there would be no need for Titans or the Titan class items unless you wanted to give them like a random, I don't know, electro shot or something like that.
Well,
But yeah, I can see them doing that and it being pretty successful.
well, think about this. You know how in like PUBG and stuff like that, you get like gasoline and stuff like that. What if you pick up parts for like a Titan and like get it back operational?
I can see that going around picking up a few batteries to put in your Titan and get it going.
Yeah, like,
Um,
and that'll be
really,
like one person could operate it while the other two defend it. Blah blah blah.
my main thing is the Titan class weapons. They can kill you in 2 or 3 hits, whereas an even someone who's amazing with one of the sniper rifles, unless you have the OP sniper rifle, which everyone knows what I'm talking about, you can't kill them in at least 3 shots. So it takes one shot from a Titan class weapon like the Electro Sphere, which can deal out multiple hits in just one shot.
Yeah,
So if they were going to do that, they would make
balance it.
Titans into like a giant drop, and then oh yeah, there's many different ways they could do it, and it all depends on how they do it. I mean, them coming into the battle royale market, which is a horrible trend in my opinion. It's not really surprising, but it's there.
I mean, it's something to rejuvenize your franchise and then promote the next one. And from what
Oh yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's more or less just this giant play. You get more pre-order bonuses out there for people, and to solidify the install base for Titanfall 3.
and like we were talking about right before we came into the podcast, is that Titanfall 2 is kind of like a sleeper because I've heard amazing things about the game. And it just fell on the radar because it came out on November, was it 20? I'm probably looking at it right now and I can't really see it. No, it was October, wasn't it? Yeah, October
October
28th.
2016.
Yep, 2016, which on the 21st, Battlefield 1 came out, which everybody was playing that. And then November 4th, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare came out. So it came right between two major, huge franchise drops. And so that's probably why it fell on the radar and it wasn't really that great. Like it was
Yeah.
great, but it wasn't perceived as one of the games that you must get. But from everybody that I've heard about, like whenever it goes on sale for like 15, 20, $25, it's a must get.
Oh yeah, I mean you can even go buy it used right now at GameStop. I think for $15.
Probably. I'll look it up right now while we're talking about it because I've seen gameplay of it and it looks really good, fluid. Like that's what we're talking about. Is that Call of Duty? Was it Black Ops 2 stole a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff?
it was the jetpack game before the jetpack game became a thing. Like map traversal is one of the biggest elements in Titanfall, and it is fun as hell.
Dude, you can go pick it up pre-owned right now for $10.
Yeah, and it's 100% worth it. You can literally play. I think it's 15 matches to get all the shit you need.
Probably even unless you pay the $24, you get the Colonel Deluxe one, the current
Yeah,
Colony
I mean,
Reborn bundle. So I guess that comes with DLC.
and the only DLC it probably has, because they released all their updates for free, is like oh hey, here's you know skins and stuff like that. I mean, there really ain't much you can do in that game that you really need to pay money.
Which is a
In
good
game
thing.
currency, you can unlock weapons. Yeah,
Well, look at this right now on on PlayStation Store right now digitally. You can get Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 Ultimate Bundle for $20.
there you go. Battlefield 1 still fun game.
And there's
I
a
mean,
couple
they
add-ons I see with North Star Prime, Legion Prime, and Angel City Camo Pack, and a Ronin Prime. I'm not sure what those are.
yeah.
It's a chassis, a samurai-inspired chassis.
Oh, that's probably for the Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, you unlock that after you prestige your Ronin Titan, and I mean, you don't even have to buy it. Almost everything you can literally unlock in game with in-game currency.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to buy the add-on. But yeah, so
Jumpstart Pack.
Titanfall, Apex Legends.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, for $10 right now because it's on sale for 75%. It's the Ultimate Edition. It includes a Jumpstart Pack which instantly unlocks all Titan and Pilot classes and arms you with funds, double XP tokens, and custom Warpaint skins.
There you go. Yeah, the Warpaint skins, those are a bitch to unlock, but I'm having fun unlocking them.
It's for the R201.
Okay, so that's one of the factions you can do on it.
And then you get 10 2 times XP tokens. And the Underground R21 Carbine Warpaint for $10. I might go get this now.
Do it. I mean, you got something to play with already, but it's like I said earlier, it is such a smooth and fluid game, and then the combat, it actually feels like you're knife shot guns before. It feels like you're shooting an actual DMR when you shoot people.
So, what's the player count on it?
I couldn't tell you that, but I can tell you I can get into a match easily within 15 seconds.
Okay, so there's still a good amount of people playing.
Oh yeah, and there's good people and there's bad people playing. So you have that good mix of like, oh, I'm a beginner. Well, I get paired against these guys. Oh, I prestige once. Oh, I get level up.
That's a game I regret getting.
What's that?
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
See, my brother is huge on those type of games, and he loves it.
It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. The online was pretty fun too. I was pretty good at the online. It's just the story. I still haven't completed the story, and it's like so large and so slow to get anywhere. I mean, it's a good game.
Gotcha.
It's a good third-person shooter game, and at the beginning of it, it was really OP with thermal vision, and they nerfed that, so drones only had that. But if you knew how to do tactics, you could be really good at this game. And I got a couple of highlights I got to put together and put that on there for year one. But they got a prestige system on that, which is hard as hell. I'm not even halfway through all the prestige you can do, and the enemies are bullet sponge, but I get killed in 2 shots. So that's fun, but it makes it exciting and difficult.
I haven't been able to get things like that.
I mean, it reminds me of SOCOM, so that's why I like it.
Yep. My brother in a nutshell,
Yeah, neither myself or Mike has played the Kingdom Hearts 3, so don't be coming to us for anything like that. I know we got a couple of dads that we wish we had on the podcast today, but one of them's moving, and I know he was looking into Kingdom Hearts. I know Piranha Plant came out and it's pretty funny to watch. It's got a lot of high damage.
Yeah, Piranha Plant came out. For those of you who have downloaded that patch update, careful because there is a bug in it which will corrupt your save file for the game and make you start over.
So save it before and then export it out before you download it.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you back up to the cloud.
Yeah. And then I've heard pretty good things about Ace Combat. A lot of people are loving how it feels and how it looks.
The funniest part about Ace Combat 7 coming out is, again, IGN did a review for it, and they're like, yeah, the controls just didn't feel right. And the developer of the game was like, that's because you're not using the actual controls. You have to switch it to realistic controls, and yelled at them on
Hey.
Twitter.
Hey,
So,
it's
if
people.
you need another reason for Ace Combat, there you go.
And then the Seer Crew has no online, so it's kind of like Dark Souls without
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice will not have online. So for everyone out there who was a Dark Souls, Bloodborne fan, there will be no summoning for boss battles. So guess what? Get good.
Yeah, I remember that and the memes of people saying, "Hey, don't jump or don't go this way," and it's like, yeah, I know what's down there. Good job there, guy. But also, I have two different saves on Bloodborne. I have a regular walkthrough, and then I did the glitch where you can get like unlimited blood.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I have Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and then on my PS3, which is my son's machine right now, I have Demon Souls. So I just gotta get Dark Souls remastered, and I got them all.
Well, I haven't not yet pull up Bloodborne on my PS4 Pro because I've heard it's like 10 times more better on the Pro than it is on the actual 4.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
But then again, I don't really
Other thing-
want to get my butt handed to me.
Another thing coming out that you can go check the trailer for out is Zombieland 2 dropped the trailer.
Another zombie game.
So no movie.
Oh yeah,
Remember
yeah,
back
the
in the
movie,
day,
yeah. With Woody
the guy with the squeaky- Woody Harrelson. They had Bill Murray for a second.
Dude, I tell you right
Yeah,
now,
they,
Woody is in everything right now. He's
Oh, yeah,
in
I mean,
every
he
damn
was in
movie
the-
right now.
he was in the Mockingbird or the
Mockingjay.
Hunger Games trilogy, and then he was in all those other movies. What was he in just recently?
Venom.
Yep, Venom.
Dude, he's like in every damn thing right now. It's like once every like 3 years or 2 years, there's one actor or actress that's in every damn thing. Last year was Chris Pratt,
Yep.
and now it's Woody. Everybody's gotta have a Woody.
And then another announcement. If you have been keeping up with, what Nintendo has been doing, they have announced Mario Kart Tour for your phone. And everyone has a phone, right?
Oh yeah, I've heard about this. It's actually not a bad idea. I mean, if it's gonna be like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I mean, well, they did Mario Jump or whatever it was on the phone, and it was literally okay. You can play up to this far, but then you got to pay $10 for literally the entire game. It's a Mario game on your phone. So
Yeah.
many people are speculating that they're going to do the same thing for Mario Kart Tour, which isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, you pay like $10 for a game that's licensed by Nintendo with their characters. Why not?
Exactly.
I mean, I would if I played games, but hey, I play Mario Kart in real life, don't I? People with their phones not paying attention to driving.
Yeah. If you drive, please do not drink and please do not text. Both of them are very dangerous.
Yeah. If nobody knows, off the record, was it Wednesday? Was it? Yeah. No, wait.
It was Wednesday or yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
It was? Yeah, yeah, because. No. It was Wednesday. Because I had the end of the month the next day. I was on my way to home at like 2:40, and I was at a usual intersection I always go through to get to my house. And just got through a school zone, which it was a half day for the school area, and so it was 25. I got to the stoplight, and next thing I know, this lady behind me rear ends me, low speed collision in my truck for work. So typically, like with this, it probably did more damage cosmetically to hers than it did with mine. But being in a company truck, I have to report it, which took an hour and a half. Which afterwards, they gave me the rest of the day off. I had to go to workers' comp, get urinalysis, and then take the truck in to get looked at, and I end up getting the oil change. And so that was the day before month end. So the I was just cramming for the last 4 days. So please, for the love of God, I see it all the time, and I hate it. Don't use your phone while driving. Bluetooth device, hand free. I mean, that's what my company says to do. I do it. The only time that I'll touch my phone is if I'm stopped and parked. I'll have voice commands, but all the time I'll see people on their phone talking, not paying attention to what they're doing driving or what lane they're in. Or even worse, they're texting at a stoplight or whatever, and they'll end up bumping somebody. And it's just like one of my friends said on Facebook: the more connected we are by technology, the more disconnected we are socially. So,
Exactly.
I mean, even now, like when you're home with your family, just put the phone face down. It has a feature where it'll just like stop everything from coming in. It won't make a sound unless you have it disabled. Just put it face down and spend time with your family. I spent an hour and a half today after I got my son on his schoolwork, and I was basically teaching him, helping him understand like prefixes of English language, like geology and autobiography. I was breaking down those words for him, and he was really happy that I was with him, helping him with his work, figuring this out without giving him the answer. And yes, he's in trouble, and he's upset that he can't play video games, but he understands why. But he's also very happy that I'm involved with his schoolwork. So when you're with your family, just put the phone down. When you're driving, put the phone down. In between, yeah, go ahead. Play your
Yep.
hearts. Be ass deep in your phone. I don't care. I mean, that's why there's a lot of divorces. People are too much in their phone.
Yeah.
Because I read something about that too. Is that the reason why divorce rates? One of the reasons why uh, rates are up so much is that before technology, it was either you dealt with the person, got through it, or it was too much to handle and you just got out of it. Now it's like, oh, there's something better right around the corner because I can message them and they're talking sweet to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, little PSA. Don't text and drive. Put your phone down. Do something with your freaking life.
Well, have a life, because if you get in a wreck, man, that's the cop gave her was it failure driving without due care, which is like 3 points. If she was going faster, I would probably got a lot more injured, missed more work because my truck probably would got, you know, freaking dented or falling apart, God knows what. So there could have been a lot worse. But luckily, it was like 15 mile an hour small speed collision.
Yeah.
Um, Now back to our subjects, which we'd like to talk about esports. Um, you go ahead real quick because I have to look up my standings for my esports.
Yeah, not too much going on lately in terms of big tournaments. Talk to you all about the Dragon Ball Z Fighters finals. Kachimoko took that. Um, Biggest announcement I got right now: Tokido, big Echo Fox guy, uh, lapsed his contract with Echo Fox and is no longer part of the team.
Right?
Now, before everybody gets their panties in a bunch here, he allowed his contract to lapse.
I was about to
This was
ask.
a choice on him, not the team, because it's a big argument right now on Twitter by the FTC and probably other communities too about contracts, stuff like that. Players are allowed to let them lapse instead of renewing them. And Echo Fox, to put it simply, yes, they are a business. They do have contracts with their players and everything. But it is in the players' uh, business model or whatever if they want to stay with them or not. So Keto just didn't want to, so he let his contract wrap. That's all it is to it. There's nothing else to it, people. Chill the hell out.
Yeah, it happens with a lot of esports. Honestly, like some players don't have a manager, so they think that when it's time for signing new teams, that they'll be getting on real quick, easy, and that's not the case most of the time. They have to put an
Yeah,
effort in.
there's and Taquito, he's a high class player, so he's like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to give these guys, a cut of my money anymore. I mean, it's simple as that.
I thought that one. I thought that played. Okay. I guess this isn't up to date as much as I thought it would be because they haven't put the LEC in today. But I'll skip that one because I know they played one match today and Fnatic actually won a game today. Um, G2 is still undefeated, of course. Over at the LCK, which is Korea, Griffin is still undefeated, 10 wins to 0. And the dream team of SKT is 7-5, so they're not doing too well right now. But they're still third place in their region. Moving over to LPL, Invictus Gaming is 9-2, and Fun Plus Phoenix is 8-2. So Invictus is the reigning champions, so maybe they can pull out another win this year. Over in LCS, which I watched a couple of games of that. There's some disappointment with TSM losing to Optic Gaming, Clutch Gaming, excuse me. Clutch, FlyQuest, and Team Liquid are all 2-0 this week. The week 2 starts tomorrow around, I think it's like 7 p.m. is when they do the pre desk. Golden Guardians, CLG, and 100 Thieves all 0-2, which 100 Thieves did a lot of good branding this year. So it's kind of awkward for them to see them at the bottom, but they do have a resurgence in the mid of the season. So just keep on lay of that. The Optic, TSM, Cloud9, Echo Fox are 1-1. I think Echo 100 Thieves face Team Liquid, so we'll see if they bring back the resurgence. Honestly, that's the only thing that's been going on in the league esports scene right now. I mean, I've been playing a lot, not a lot, but a couple of games of solo queue, and it's just so aggravating that I just want to choke somebody because they just don't know simple plays. I think I said something about that in the group chat too, because I'm like, hey guys, I do this, and when this happens, you go get this for free. And they're like, no, we'll come and save you. It's like, no, dude, I'm okay. Go do what I say, and then we just lose game. That's why I probably start playing single players again.
Nah, I mean, I hopped on Tekken this week for a good, I want to say hour and a half, and it's like people ain't even utilizing some of the stuff that they have available. It's getting a little frustrating.
Well, I haven't seen Majin on at all, which is
Uh
very
Little
rare.
Margin?
Yeah, Lil Majin. He's one of my favorite to watch.
If I remember correctly, he has moved over to the Level Up Your Game channel.
Okay, because I know he did a segment of if people watch the what was it, WWE? He did the up down, whatever it's called.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he did that, and
Yeah,
so he was doing
right.
that. He said that it was really fun, but he pretty much schooled people.
Yeah, with Tekken at least, there are 4 or 5 people who moved over to the Level Up Your Game channel and are streaming over there. They're kind of consolidating into one instead of being multiple entities. So check them out. They're on YouTube and Twitch. The Boomcast I enjoy very much every week because again it gives a fresh perspective on the current state tech and stuff like that.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the VG boot camp with Smash. That's pretty entertaining. And then of course I watch my esports with League, but that's nothing too big.
So, yeah, I mean, not really too much going on right now. A lot of the tournaments for fighting games and at start, I want to say end of March, beginning of April. I mean, you have April Annihilation, which became a Capcom Pro Tour point uh, just recently. By the way, Big E, if you ever hear this, congratulations, man. Uh, about time.
I'm trying to see if I can find Majin's Twitter, and I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I mean, some of them tournament seasons, it's just wanes.
Yeah, that's why maybe that's the thing that a lot of people are playing in tournaments now. I think, he lives on the East Coast too.
Yeah, he's over in California, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, Midwest. Yeah. I thought he lived over here, like Georgia area.
Majin?
Yeah.
No, he's like NorCal, dude.
Oh, see, that shows how much I pay
NorCal.
attention. I just enjoy watching him because he plays King. He was playing a little bit of Armor King, but
Oh, another thing I should bring up. If you guys don't follow him anywhere, go on YouTube, check out. I believe it's either me or JDCR. Recently did a few videos on how to utilize King, Armor King.
I think it was
So check that out if you
knee.
get happen. I think so. I know JDCR just released a video today. I've yet to check it out. But
Mm-hmm.
it was like, yeah, I won't use them in tournaments, but a lot of people have been asking me to check them out, and here it is. And Pepper Beef Too Spicy is doing a They Wuhan tutorial on his Twitch coming soon, so check him out.
But yeah, I played Tekken 5 and Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on the arcade over here in Jacksonville for a little bit, and my father introduced me to King, which I liked a lot because back then you could reverse a lot of stuff, but not now. But it got me into the whole combo grab thing, so that's why I like Majin. He kind of popped off at Evo.
Yeah. All right, so what else we got to go over today?
Nothing really good at releases coming up. Unless you want to talk about how Konami says that if there's enough hype, they'll make a remake of Resident Evil 3.
Oh yeah. Well, it's literally just that they said, yeah, you guys support this Resident Evil 2 enough, we'll make a Resident Evil 3 reboot. I mean, that's point blank what they said.
Yeah.
So there's not much even to dig from that. It's just another thing. You put in the money to where you want it to go, and people will put out stuff.
Except for
Just like they've been putting with
microtransactions.
microtransactions.
You need to stop that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Yeah. Vote with your wallet when it comes to gaming, people. That's straight and simple. You want to see more of something? Buy it. Want to see less of something? Don't.
Yeah. But seriously, no more fucking microtransactions. I mean, cosmetic, fine. But like to get like the best gun in the game, no, you knock that shit off.
No. No. And that's why I like Overwatch. It's all cosmetics.
Crackdown
That little
3
dance,
jump.
which I received that.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, Crackdown 3. Let's go through the list real quick. You want to do Pro Fishing Simulator?
Oh, hell yeah.
Crackdown 3 on the 15th. No. I've heard about Crackdown. It's okay. Jump Force on the 15th. I just don't like the art of that. I'm sorry.
Any of the shonen games, I don't like. Shonen, if you don't know, is action. Like the Naruto Ultimate Ninjas stuff. Like I do not like them.
I'll be
So I will
honest.
not be getting them.
I got the last one, not the Boruto one, but the one before that, the fighter one.
Oh, yep. I
That
know what
was
you're talking
okay.
about.
But when going online,
They're
it was
fun, don't
retarded.
get me wrong. And not just that, but they're ugly. Like if I'm gonna buy a game based off a comic I like,
It needs to be like the what is it, this that one fight scene with Naruto and Sasuke. It needs to be that art style or the Pain and Naruto art style. That was fun. But not this. The Jump Force is too realistic.
yeah, these are cartoon characters. They're not meant to be realistic.
Yeah, I don't think any character in that game is rendered in the exact way they are anywhere. Oh God, it's on Steam too. All right, going down. Far Cry New Dawn, the 15th. We've heard of one of our other guys talk about that. You got Anthem on the 22nd, unless you got the $100 15 one. Dead Alive 6 is in March. Devil May Cry 5 is in March. Division in March. So, oh, look at that. The 22nd. Shadow died twice.
Yep.
Cool. That's
Another
something.
game if I had the money. But
No, because you're going to save all your money for Mortal Kombat 11.
you dropped that what?
I said you are going to save all your money for Mortal Kombat 11. Did you did you really post the Shaggy on there?
Oh, I had to post that. Yeah. I wanted to put something out about it. If you guys don't know, Ed Boon posted a hack and slash Sagi variation. But that is actually the forward 3 for Sub-Zero that Shaggy is doing. So it is fake.
Yeah. I figure as much. Oh, what?
Yeah, that is Sub-Zero move entirely.
Oh, it's a filler date. Oh, screw you, man. I thought they actually had a release date for Biomutant. But it's a filler date. Oh, I hate you guys. But yeah, when you get Mortal Kombat 11, shortly after that, I'll get Days Gone. Why? Why are they doing another remaster of Final Fantasy X, 10-2?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Why?
Yeah, it's coming to the Switch. The Final Fantasy X is going to be on physical edition, while Final Fantasy X-2 is going to be purely digital.
I played that game, and that was the only Final Fantasy game I ever played and or beat. But why did they have to remake it? Like, what's the popularity of that?
Final Fantasy X is actually very, very high.
Why?
Um, yeah, I don't know.
That's what I was trying to understand. I understand seven's like a staple and whatnot, but 10, I played it. I played it twice, beat it twice, but I don't understand what's so great about it. I think I put more time into Blitzball than I did the actual game.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't played it. So, last Final Fantasy game I played was uh, 8, and
What
no one likes that. So,
the last one I ever played was the Dissidia for PSP. Woo! that was a
I had
rough.
that. Yeah, I had that as a demo on PSP, and I never bought the full game. So,
That was a rough fighter game. I'll tell you that. Whew. Honestly, that's pretty much most of our stuff this week was in gaming news and rumors and stuff because there was a lot that came out this week, especially with Anthem coming out and then the whole EA and then oh my goodness, it was just so much to talk about in our first part of the podcast.
yeah.
Oh. That and it's being Friday
Huh.
night. Oh. I know most of our guys are in snow. And I'm sitting here in 70-degree weather when Wednesday is supposed to be 80 degrees.
You can shut up now.
Yeah, I love Florida to this extent.
No, we hit. I believe the lowest was -35 where I'm at.
Yeah, we hit that the other night, like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
-35.
No, I thought you said 35.
Okay. Yeah, we're done. Go to bed.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I might buy Red Dead Redemption before I do that. Well, as always, we appreciate you guys coming in, listening to us chat about games, dad life, and everything like that in between. I'll be back next week. In the meantime, if not, I'll be streaming some games. Probably going to demo here for Anthem after this podcast. Um, I myself, Nightmare. Thanks you,
Yeah. Thanks for
Ike.
watching, everybody.
All right, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.